Man, I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I down, focused on the music. And I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I down.
This is good enough for me. Yes, I love this lighting.
What's up?
Oh, it's already recording now.
Yes, I figured I wanted to do all this also on that thing.
Oh, nice. I like that even more.
Yeah. Because that's the whole thing for vlogging. I like the unpredictability of it.
Me
It's
too.
why I
man.
vlog, you know. I don't know how I'll react to certain things. And before I started vlogging, I always used to imagine how it would be if I caught that reaction on camera.
Right.
You know? And when I started vlogging, it became the most like fun
Exciting
thing to do,
right?
you know?
I know.
Like because to watch yourself react to something and have a recording of that. I mean, the thing is, I think in the beginning when you vlog, that is the most important thing. Eventually, after you're vlogging for a bit, what I'm noticing now is now that I'm showing my whole process, you know. Now people can see how I was in October, now how I'm feeling in January. They can sense the difference.
Right.
They can sense either growth or like a step back or like anything depending on the individual.
But let's just stick to growth.
yeah, let's just stick to growth because that's what Suraj is about. But Suraj is here today at the TBWM headquarters, as I like to call it, but also my studio, where we spoke about a bunch of things that we wanted to do together.
Actually, I'll take a small recording of this clip and play it to the side for them to see. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Since a kid, I always imagined the artist to have some awesome, you know, cozy kind of a room, and today I experienced that thing. I always wondered how it would be, but you know, I have to tell you, I absolutely love this, man.
But you know, I actually don't know if you would call it cozy because it's like, it's so you will see it in the video that he puts. It's like 4 walls, a really, really small room. The reason why I want it to be small, so small and concise is because I want it to be the space where I work and I work only. You know, I don't
No
want
distractions.
I don't want this place to let me do anything else.
Right.
You know?
Everywhere you look at, you want to be reminded that you're working.
Because of course there's a couch and I can lay down on the couch when I want to, and that is like the one distraction.
For some reason,
But-
I got casting couch, my bad.
But you know, actually, enough people have made jokes about this.
Oh,
couch
thank
program.
God. I thought you were going somewhere
that.
else.
No.
Enough people have. I'm like, oh God.
Enough people have made the same joke that you have made.
Uh-huh.
But I think now it looks way lesser than that, because like when we started building this room, it was like an empty, like nothing. And over the past couple of years, I bought so many things at IKEA.
Pratiksha was telling 2 years ago there was nothing.
Yeah, there was barely anything in this room, and we, you know, all the volunteers worked together to kind of build this whole office, and we painted the other room ourselves.
Right.
And we built that other room as well. Even behind this area, like we only like lifted and put the tiles and the matti and all.
It's all
that
the
stuff.
groundwork too.
Everything.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, so lot of growth is associated to this place generally.
And if you know me, I always want to be associated with growth.
Yeah, that's
So you
why
know
we're
why
meeting.
I'm hanging out with my man Bendi here.
You know, I'm actually surprised that we got introduced to each other this late in the process. You know, because I would imagine that we would have probably met a couple of years ago, because there was so much happening that I was doing also, but I never bumped into, you know, what you were doing.
Right.
But also now is a good time. Also, it's not like a complaint, because now is the time where we are finally experiencing things like we want to, like we've always wanted to, and in a very exciting way because of the break we had last year. So it's way more valuable.
It
I feel
actually
now.
introduced us. The entire pandemic is probably when we got to know more about each other too.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, man. This guy's a talented dude. I knew him since 9th grade. Not personally, but I did know who he was. He was out there everywhere. Bendi, the man, the artist. And okay, the way I got to know him was due to your Beautiful World movement.
Right.
So if you could tell my viewers,
All right.
what is that about?
So I started an NGO in 2016 with a bunch of friends of mine. We all did this together, where we just went to orphanages everywhere and called all our friends to come down as well. And we donated as much as we can. And all I wanted to do back then was to shoot a music video for a song I had called Beautiful World.
Nice.
And we went to orphanages to shoot videos and put it together, and we did the video. But the response was so good, and it felt also really great for us to do it, that I wanted to kind of continue it in whichever capacity that I could. And eventually it grew into a movement with a lot of, like, hundreds of students from all of the city joining, now all over the country. This new registration that we've started on Jan 1st are bringing in registration from all over the country. And at this point, all my goal is to enable small contributions in extremely large volumes. Like, if 1,000 people gave 100 rupees, it's a lot. But like 100 rupees for an individual person is not a lot, you know.
Very true.
So I'm trying to advocate change in that sense, and I'm also trying to advocate change with the group of people that I'm working with in all issues of urgent concern. You know, I'm not trying to address one thing, but I'm trying to address everything as a problem. Because if you address one thing, yes, you can address it. You can address with a lot of impact. But the way I see it is, the world needs change in a lot of ways, and every person feels for a different thing. Like, say for example, I could be feeling for education a certain way that you are feeling for mental health.
Right.
You know, everybody feels things for different, and I want to let people change what they want to change.
Right, you're giving them the option.
And I am trying to, the Beautiful World movement is trying to be the mediator of that change. They are trying to merge the privileged people with underprivileged people, if quote unquote. I don't want to call it that, but literally put, I'm trying to mediate and moderate that whole situation between the people who can give towards the people who need it, and make it easier to help.
Right.
Because it shouldn't be so hard for an orphanage to buy groceries every month. Like, why is that an issue anymore?
That's like a basic necessity.
It's 2021. That shouldn't
Very
be an issue anymore. And so many people agree to this, but why isn't the change happening? The Beautiful World movement.
And
So
you know, so basically, to put it in another term, it's basically through Beautiful World movement, right?
yes.
Through Beautiful World movement, they create events where, you know, they collect money and they donate it to specific charities.
Yes.
Not just the same charity, but multiple different charities.
Yeah. And every event is a different kind of event, doing something for a different cause. And not just events, but even online. It's not about funds also. It's also about awareness about a lot of things.
Right.
Like, a lot of people don't know how many orphanages there are, what goes on inside them, how much money they need, how much rent they have to pay. Rent is something that it's an overhead cost that is so much that nobody cares about. Like, everybody thinks about orphanages, pay for their education.
Or food.
Or food. Yes, that is obviously there. That is a necessity that we are collecting funds for. But what about their maid? What about their rent? And maids is such a big problem, I'll tell you, especially in the orphanages that we've been working with. Maids come, they work for a month or two, they take the money that they are promised to receive, and they leave. Nobody stays.
Okay.
And every time a new maid is joining, the orphanage caretaker, the main caretaker, has to teach everything all over again.
From scratch.
They have to put up with almost 20-30 children in every place. They should want to do it, or else they won't do it. And there's so much problem with that. And usually there is a caretaker, but some orphanages don't even have like a permanent caretaker.
Because they can't afford.
These caretakers are also hired by like the founder.
Right.
And as long as you don't feel for the children, you can't do everything right for them. If you're doing it for the money, obviously that dedication may not come. So these caretakers sometimes aren't really, doing the correct job. Even though they are doing whatever they're being told to, it's all instructions. It's not felt.
Right.
You know, that's why we need to come in and kind of audit that whole situation.
Like, what is it that specific organization requires? Not just food,
and it's so micro. Like, some people need internet.
Exactly.
Like, and also, I want to think beyond necessities for these children, you know?
Yeah, because exactly.
Lifestyle.
Necessities are the basic shit. But to have a good life, you would want extra things.
Exactly. Give them a TV where they can watch YouTube.
Nice.
Give them access to internet, high-speed internet. Give them access to smartphones, computers. Yes, there are things that could happen that we don't want to happen because of internet and phones to children. That is a universal problem. But is
not giving them the option.
Exactly. Not giving them the option is basically telling them every day that they are underprivileged.
Exactly.
Which is a crime, man. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Lifestyle is something that we need to give them, not just necessities. And I'm trying to raise awareness about that as well. So, like, this is only about
Man,
orphanages.
I have to tell you, I genuinely feel that right now, until now at least, I've never heard an organization or any person coming saying that I'm doing so and so for a charity organization, not just to provide basic necessities, but to give them a lifestyle.
Yeah.
To make sure that they're just living a happy life.
Yeah.
Not just having the day-to-day food and
Another
clothes.
thing, I'm sorry if this is too long for you, but
Hey,
another
no.
thing is...
Luckily, my viewers love me.
Awesome.
But I don't know if they're still watching it. If you're watching it till now, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bendi loves you
the
too.
2-3 people that are watching right now, you are so valuable and so valued by us as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
but
you so
another
much.
little thing that I wanted to get into is a lot of people, they give away their old clothes to underprivileged children and all of that, which is fine. Okay, fine. You want to do that?
Man.
Yes, that's fine. Even I did that. Okay, I didn't know initially when I started the organization. I had a lot of old clothes, and I gave them away. And then eventually I thought, why should they wear my clothes? Why can't they have their own clothes?
Exactly.
Right? Of course, fine. Considering that they are underprivileged, maybe half of their clothes could be used, but still usable.
They themselves would want new pair of clothes, man.
But like, and not only for festivals, like in life, how much do we go for shopping? Like a lot of us, we go for shopping randomly, right? We don't wait for a birthday. Like I do, but I know a lot of people, they don't wait for a birthday or a festival or a sale.
They wait to get bored.
Exactly.
They wait to get bored and then go for shopping.
Imagine if one of that situation, you bought one piece of clothing for somebody else who really would like to have it. Forget need, okay? Would like to have it. That is so much.
Imagine
of an impact
the
on their
joy
life.
they will be getting.
Exactly, it's an impactful situation that you could make happen very easily, that you maybe haven't thought about, or you have thought about, or you haven't really executed it because the means are difficult to find. But whatever it is right now, the only solution is register to the Beautiful World Movement. Make it happen with us, because we are trying to do all of these things for the people who need it. Not just kids, but animals and people with disabilities, people with mental problems. And a problem does not have to be something that is visible. It can be something that is at the back of your head, and we can still address it. We can create happy experiences for people who are feeling left out, and they can come and they can feel. That is still the Beautiful World Movement. It's not just about money, kids, like it's not all serious stuff. It's a lot of fun stuff also that we're trying to create. We want to be that young NGO who's advocating change in every way possible. That's why we call ourselves a movement, and that's why we want thousands of people to join us and kind of like do everything they can. Give 5 minutes per month. It is still a lot. It is so much more than zero. Okay, because if 100 people are giving 5 minutes a month, that is where change is.
Definitely.
I can give my whole month to Beautiful World Movement and want to change the world, but I can't change the world alone. Need to do it together.
Definitely, man.
So that's where the NGO's principle comes in. We need volumes of people, as many people as possible. That's the main thing. So
you have any link where people could go and register?
Yes, the Instagram, TBWMORG is the Instagram. Just
I'll drop that in the description for you to find that.
And just go to the link in our bio. Everything is there. You can check it out. You can check our website out for all the information. If you want more information, you can always DM. I will be the one picking up the call as well. So like, just call if you want to. Whatever.
If you just want to have a chat with Bendi, you can do that too.
Yeah, man. Just like get in touch. Let's work and change the world. Come on.
And their organization doesn't just ask for money. They actually put out events where you could actually come in and have fun. Not just donate money, but actually have some fun experience.
Yeah.
And that money which you're paying for that experience is completely going to go towards these organizations and help them.
Yeah.
So I genuinely feel all of this entire movement is a beautiful movement. The entire word itself describes it.
Yeah.
I would love to be part of it, and in fact, we are actually planning to collaborate together, not just between Suraj and Bendi, but with MakeMeGarden and also their organization, to see how could we, put out something where it's done for the cause.
Yeah.
And we help out people.
Yeah.
So super excited for that. And on that note, thank you for watching this video, and it's been 14 minutes. So if you're still watching it, my man, You're the real one, dude. You're
Yeah.
the real one. Comment down if you want to, so that I'll know who it is. And if you know anybody who would enjoy my kind of content, please share it around and drop that subscribe if you didn't do it yet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.